"Excuse me, sir," Melody said. "Could you give us a ride to the library?" The new bus driver slowly took off his sunglasses and looked down at Melody and her friends. His gray hair was combed into points behind his ears, and his eyes looked like a cloudy sky. Even his droopy, wrinkled skin looked gray. The bus driver took a long, sad breath and nodded. Melody, Howie, and Eddie climbed inside the bus and sat down a few rows behind the new driver. But Liza smiled and held out her hand. "Hello, my name is Liza. What's yours?" The driver slowly reached out to shake Liza's hand.
"My name is Mr. Stone,"
he said in a deep, gravelly voice. Liza's smile faded and she pulled her hand away. "Welcome to Bailey School," she said, but she didn't sound quite as friendly as before. Mr. Stone nodded as if his neck were stiff. Then he turned away, slowly put on his sunglasses, and started the bus. Liza made her way down the aisle with a frown on her face and sat next to Melody. "What's wrong with you?" Eddie asked from the seat behind. Liza buried her hands in her pockets. "Mr. Stone has the coldest hands," she said. "It is chilly today," Melody said as the bus roared around a corner. "This was worse than chilled," Liza said softly. "His hands were stone cold and so hard. It gave me a weird feeling." Howie's eyes got big. "Mr. Stone gives me a strange feeling too," he said. "I know I've seen him somewhere before."
"Where?" Eddie asked. "On a most wanted poster?"
Howie shook his head. "I can't remember, but he looks very familiar." Just then, the bus groaned to a stop in front of the Bailey City Library, and Mr. Stone stiffly turned around to face the four friends.
"The library,"
he said in his slow, raspy voice,
"is a favorite spot of mine. It is so homey."
Then he turned away and waited for Melody, Howie, Liza, and Eddie to climb out of his bus. Once they did, the bus creaked away from the curb, leaving the kids standing alone in front of the ancient stone building. "How could anybody think of this place as homey?" Melody asked. "I think it's beautiful," Liza said. "Old buildings like this are rare, especially ones with those fancy gargoyles." Liza pointed to a row of 5 concrete monsters staring down at them from the top of the old building. Howie nearly choked when he looked where Liza pointed. Eddie patted Howie on the back.
"Are you all right? You act like you just saw a ghost,"
Eddie said. "Close," Howie whispered. "I thought I saw one of the gargoyles move."